Of course, first I was a little bit confused because before I watched a lot of the news from Kurdistan, especially of the war and the high repression against the movement. Now in the last days here in Baku, we really could see that it was more a Western view to really focus so a lot just on the weapons, and many people also, for example, people who lost family members in the armed struggle are now really have a lot of hope again and really look forward to this change. And so I also think it's a really smart move of Abdullah Öcalan. It's hard to understand, but I think it opens the door for really new kind of politics. So I think the most important thing is that it's really solved by the people affected themselves. So on the one side, of course, the Turkish central state shouldn't take so much effect on the Kurdish society, but also, for example, Germany or the USA should not involve too much. But I think the most important way to the solution is that the Kurdish, the Turkish, and also the other societies inside Kurdistan should decide themselves how they want to live together. I think then if the people locally talk to each other, I think the solution is not so far away. In March we visited also the Newroz fest, and there we saw that especially the youth of Kurdistan really supports still the freedom movement, and also now is also now the vanguard in building this new process, and also that this step, which could be risky, will not be a phase of weakness, but I think, yeah, the youth has a big will. The youth knows what it stands for. So I think it's good that they now again show their faces and show their stance, and still support also Abdullah Öcalan. I think for international viewers who are a little bit confused about this new process, what could happen, and also people who insist on like a classical idea on revolution. So in Germany, many people think that it's now a capitulation and a betrayal of revolution and socialism by Öcalan. So for these people, I really encourage them to open their minds and realize that the old ways of revolution, yes, sometimes in history they worked, but we could see it in the last 20 years. Nearly no revolutionary movement could succeed with these old techniques and this dogmatism on revolutionary violence. So I think we now have put a lot of trust also on the Kurdish movement and Abdullah Öcalan to make these new experiences also for all the revolutionary movements all over the world.
These news were well received in our country. We've kind of had these processes before, not only in the Catalan countries but also in Euskal Herria. There are some, comrades from other nations but under the same state oppression. I think Kurdish people will be strong enough to still defend their demands, even though they leave their weapons aside if they decide to do that thing. And of course, from Catalonia and from other European countries, we will support their cause, because we think that they are fighting for more better world. Yeah, of course, there are some similarities between our realities, but I think like in Spain, we had to do it to force the state to be more democratic, to understand our conflict and our demands. Kurdish people has also not the responsibility, because it's also the Turkish responsibility to make their state more democratic, but yeah, they need to make Turkey a state that respects the rights of the people and that can understand their demands in a, you know, democratic and legal way. They have been struggling for their identity and their self-determination all these years, and they have to continue doing it, maybe now in a different way, but that can be useful anyways. I would say to my comrades or compatriots that knowing the Kurdish people can be really useful for us because we share lots of similar realities, and also I really appreciate the perspective and a strategy the Kurdish movement has, because I think it's something that us as Catalan independentistas have lost a bit these last years, and we have to have some hope and optimism back, and I think that having spent these last days here has helped me a lot to have this inside me, and I hope I'm able to transfer it to my country too.